always looking at what to do to make more money from their super fans. All right, number 5, they post quality photos and videos at high resolution. So one universal fact when it comes to the top 1% on OnlyFans is that their pictures are of the highest HD quality possible. Do you know why that is the case? No one can drool to blurry pictures. No one can picture themselves with you or fantasize about you when they can't see you clearly. So the more well-developed the pictures and videos you make are, the more likely that someone will, want to subscribe to your page or tip you. It's at the heart of what OnlyFans is, which is a fan club site, with 1 million different individual fan clubs all operating at the same time. If someone tires of one creator's fan club, they will move on to the next one. This is why it is so important to put your very best material out there at all times. This also applies to your marketing efforts as well. When you post a blurry picture or a dark video on your social media, no one can envision themselves with you, or experiencing what you are experiencing. They are also a lot less likely to interact with the photo or video. Ask yourself, when is the last time you upvoted, liked, or retweeted a low quality picture? Remember when, that you want people to share your social media posts. What they share also reflects on them. So they are most likely to share and post high quality visuals, and those in the top 1% know this. So they spend a lot of time and effort making sure the lighting and pixel quality is at the highest level possible. All right, number 6, they believe in quality over quantity. This goes back into the concept of gaining a certain yield from each product that you put out onto OnlyFans itself. If you make a lot of low quality material and flood people with content, then what you produce will begin to have an air of the basic. You don't want that, and you don't want that. So what top 1% creators understand is the law of supply and demand. If you have high demand, you pull back the supply even more. And then you will get people who are absolutely salivating for you to produce something else. They will wait patiently, and if you decide that you want to charge a premium for it even, over what they are already paying, you will see them come to you with credit card in hand. Think about the concept of exclusive nightclubs. By the time you get, to the front of the line or are ushered in, they pretty much can charge you any entrance fee they want at that point. Who is going to bicker at the point on cost after you've been waiting in line? And also you now feel exclusive and you feel important that you're getting to go into this club. The top 1% also understands the concept of making people feel VIP. And a lot of OnlyFans creators refer to their paid page as VIP. So in this case, I would call it a very important pocketbook. But none of their fans will care about the cost once they have been made to wait for the next picture or video. For, the few people the top 1% lose who want more and more and more content, they will gain a lot more who will wait for exclusive content. Remember that there are thousands, let's just go with millions, of free images and videos out there, likely even of the top 1% themselves. But OnlyFans offers gated exclusives. The top 1% understand this and dole out their content slowly and purposefully. They try to maximize all the content that they produce and get as much profit from it as possible right away. They know that content is cheap and disposable once it's not exclusive. And we've definitely talked about leaked content. So everyone knows that they're producing something and they know that 2 days after they produce it, it's going to possibly be leaked. So they want to make it as exclusive as possible, and they want to get paid for that material up front because it's just going to go out there anyway, and they understand that. Okay, number 7, they make a lot of money from tips and pay-per-view content. So when Bad Baby launched her OnlyFans page, we got a rare look into what someone in the top 1% actually makes and how they make it. So she was so excited to reveal her record-breaking money haul that she gave insight into the breakdown of her earnings on the first day. So according to Variety, she stated that her total haul from OnlyFans was just over $1 million, and that's in one day, including $757,000 from subscriptions, $267,000 from DM payments, and $5,500 from tips. Now, while we can't exactly say that all accounts will mirror this kind of haul, it does tell us that creators can earn an additional 25% of their income from outside of subscriptions. And this is without her even making a whole bunch of effort to pull that in. You know what I mean? Like she just started out on her first day. She really had not learned the concept of, say, milking a piece of content or really trying to make it, more popular. So it's I would say now that would be the minimum is 25%. So people in the top 1% on OnlyFans understand that it is not all about subscriptions. People are finicky. They also tend to subscribe just to see what's on a page and then not renew the next month. You can finesse your subscription packages to 3 months or 6 months with savings, and people rarely bite. A lot of people have commitment issues and like to be able to change their mind at any time. What doesn't change its mind is a tip or a PPV purchase. These are instant gratification, and they aren't something you have to worry about keeping someone happy with long term. So the top 1% know that money in hand is always better than money owed. If you give people long enough to hold on to their money and not give it to you, they'll do exactly that. So tips and PPV give the top 1% that extra monetary advantage they need to stay on top. All right, number 8. They only promote others in the top 1%. So human beings are naturally click-oriented, no matter how much they might want to deny it. Once you're in an upper echelon, you tend to only hang out with others in the same status. So OnlyFans top 1% creators are no exception to this rule. And they tend to only share those creators who are also in the top 1% or at least have a lot of status. So when they do share lower than them on the totem pole, people or new creators, they tend to charge them for the honor to do so. This creates yet another revenue stream for them because they can basically just have new creators or other creators tip them inside OnlyFans for the promotion, which gives them more money counting towards their revenue haul for that month. Typically this is done because, as I mentioned earlier, who you share on social media reflects directly on you. So top OnlyFans creators will typically look for other creators with high quality pictures and videos or have similar fashion sense as they do or similar follower numbers. They will also want to get as much exposure from sharing someone as possible. So they will look for other people who have that large following. So for instance, on Twitter, they're only going to retweet those people who retweet them. And then it's, equaling out the amount of people who are ending up seeing them. So this typically keeps newer creators from being able to rise to the top out of nowhere and pose a threat to the high status of those already in the top 1%. So if you're going to want to be magnanimous, you say, okay, well, I am sharing other creators, but you share those creators who already are at the top echelon because they're not as much of a possible competition or a threat. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but it is something that you want to think about, and it is something that they are doing. All right, number 9, they clearly state what people will see and get on their OnlyFans page. All right, so those in the top 1% don't try to confuse their audience and are typically very clear about what they will be getting on their OnlyFans page. As many in the top 1% come from some sort of media background, they are used to being clear about what they will and won't do in front of the camera. This creates a lot of comfort and security in the potential buyers of their OnlyFans pages. They also know to state what exactly people will be getting when it comes to their subscription and how often they will be posting. For many new creators or creators outside of the top 1%, they don't typically make enough money on OnlyFans to not be burdened with all that life might be throwing at them. For those in the top 1%, they are used to a comfortable income from the site and are able to plan how much of their time and energy should go towards their page. This certainly allows them to plan months ahead, while most creators who are not making as much income from the platform are only able to plan days ahead or perhaps a week. When the potential subscriber sees all of the content and potential content they will be getting from the top 1% creator, it helps them get ahead and be more likely to earn an OnlyFans subscriber's business long term. So they gain the advantage of already having an advantage. So if you're already successful and you're creating all this content and you have an income coming in and you can support yourself outside, say, of OnlyFans, and this is just, extra money and extra time that you have, then you can create a boatload of content. You can create a ton, and that's going to give people confidence in subscribing to your page. All right, number 10, their OnlyFans page is not the center of their universe. Without beating a dead horse here, one of the big things you'll notice about those in the top 1% on OnlyFans is that they have a lot going on in their life besides an OnlyFans page. They are likely, as I mentioned, very active on one or more social media channels that they devote a good amount of time to. They are doing events, gigs, shows, live stream, etc. to keep their fan base satiated. They also tend to have OnlyFans as a good amount of their income, but if it dried up totally, they would still be able to survive due to all of the other areas they are involved in. OnlyFans top 1% creators don't have OnlyFans as their central part of their business plan. It is one of many channels that they are utilizing to maintain their fame and fortune. Having an OnlyFans page for many in the top 1% is an extension of their larger brand, and the page fits into the image they are wanting to portray to the world. One of the big things that OnlyFans does seem to provide is making a creator seem edgy, even if they are not providing adult material on the site. There are certainly some creators in the top 1% for which OnlyFans is their major platform. But as the site has grown, it's going to become less and less. So what I'm saying here is that the reason why you have a lot of sports stars, musicians, etc. coming on to OnlyFans is it becomes part of their greater media relation scheme. So again, when you jump onto a platform that also is allowing not safe for work content, it gives you that extra edge. You can definitely see the people that jump onto the platform are more likely to have that edge. And if you can make OnlyFans basically the monetization center of your platform, of everything you're doing, then that is ideal. It becomes one part of a larger puzzle of success that you're having across many different places. And then lastly, number 11, they make you gawk. Okay, so before Hulk Hogan sued and took down a site called Gawker, it was a highly successful business where the site would report on those things that, like a train wreck, you just can't look away from. The last key to success for those in the